Hi and welcome. My name is Tolan and I'm the co-founder of Productivity Me. In this video, we're going to look at how to find the high and low values within a given range by using the min and max functions within Microsoft Excel. So if that's interesting to you, join us for this video. Alright, if you want to follow along, go ahead and download the exercise file 04.08. You can find a link to this file in the description portion of this video. Okay, so in the last video, we looked at the idea of finding the average. We did that by using the average function. Now, what if you want to find the high value or the low value in a specific range? So say for example, that we wanted to find the low value here in this quarter one. We go on to figure out which individual region had the low value. Now, if you want to find a low value, you would use the min function. You would type min, and then you can press your tab key in order to put that parentheses in. You would select the values that you want to include in your range. In this case, it would again be C3 through C6. We would just close that parentheses and then press enter. Now, we could go ahead and check whether or not this would be true by verifying visually. So the north had 130,000, south had 113,000, east had 169, and west had 171. So indeed, 113 is the low value, and this function would return that. Now, what if we had the max, or the highest value? Well, it would be a similar process. We would type in the word max, we would select our range, press enter, and then we could go check. Okay, this was 130, 113, 169, 171. Now we could use our fill handle to drag these over, and then double click to check. Okay, using relative references, looks like this is correct, this is correct. We'll bring this over just for fun. And then we could go and verify. So what is that? What is the high value? Well, the high value is 200,000. That seems correct. Okay, what is the low value for quarter three? The low value is 103. That would be the west region. What about the low value for quarter four? That would be 123. Okay, that seems correct. Now, you can use the min function for a range going vertically, or like we've learned in the past, you could do it horizontally. So you could say, you would actually want to type it correctly. So you type the min function of this specific range, and you would hit OK. You could even say, well, I want to find the minimum value of all four quarters for all four regions. So we would say this, well, maybe actually we'll say minimum of all and maximum of all. We'll calculate that in a second, but just to continue our lesson, we'd find the minimum of that specific range. Okay, it would be 123. We could bring that down, and then we could find the maximum of that given range, and then bring that down. Okay, well, what if we wanted to find the minimum value in our entire table? So essentially this range right here. That would mean, well, what was the minimum value for all four regions in all four quarters? And then what was the max value of all four regions of all four quarters? Would not be that different. So we would type in, the word. Clearly someone has issues typing, and that someone is me. So we're gonna use the entire range here. So we would say, let's start in cell C3, and then once we extend it out, it would go all the way to F6. And then what if we had the maximum value for that same range? Okay, and then we could go and verify. We could say, okay, it's selecting the correct range. Well, okay, where is 103? 103, 103, 103. Okay, there's 103. There doesn't seem to be anything lower. Okay, what about the maximum value? Okay, looking, oh, there's 200,000. Nothing is lower. And the cool thing is that you'll notice if we were to change one of these values, so let's change this value to 250,000, then this value automatically updates, this value automatically updates, and this value automatically updates. Whereas if, say, this were only $1,000, all of the minimums for that corresponding cell. So in this, in this row, that row 5, and this column E, as well as the total range, would have a new minimum and, in our case, maximum value. All right, so in this video, we just wanted to cover the idea of the minimum and maximum functions within Microsoft Excel. Of course, there are going to be times where you like what we do, where you dislike what we do. You can give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down in this specific video. You can also provide us feedback in the comments section. We would love to know what you think. And for those of you interested, feel free to subscribe to our channel, where every week we'll publish additional tips, tricks, and tutorials in Microsoft Excel. In our next video, we're going to look at the idea of the count A, and count blank functions within Microsoft Excel. So join us for that, and we will see you again soon. All right, cheers.